Hello. Last year at 𝗵𝗶𝗰, we had the first conversation about agentic commerce and how agent would potentially be impacting the way consumers and merchants are doing purchases online. And in the last 12 months, we have actually seen the first agentic commerce transaction happening. And this is going to fundamentally change how e-commerce and how people are doing their purchases online by delegating the act of purchase to agent. This will also have a fundamental impact on how merchants will interact with consumers. They will no longer be in direct contact with consumers. They will be interacting with the agent of the consumers. And that will fundamentally change how things are happening and the rules of the game. However, it doesn't mean that we should not stick to the principle that are trust, speed, and excellent user experience for those transactions. And this is why Mastercard, together with our partners, we will continue to leverage tokenization to ensure trust remains as part of the ecosystem. We will continue to ensure that consumers no longer need to enter their card number into the system, leveraging our click-to-pay solution. And last but not least, we will ensure that the authentication process is as smooth as possible, leveraging biometrics and more specifically passkeys. Now, when we think about agentic commerce, this is also requiring a new set of standards, new sets of rules to make sure that those new players, the agent, are actually fully embedded in the process and that we can continue to retain the trust of consumers. And this is why we've been introducing a new program, the Agent Pay program, that will ensure that there is a clear process to understand who is the agent. So we are introducing the Know Your Agent certification process. We will define we actually define new interfaces that will allow merchants and agents to talk to each other, to pass on the information about what are the goods that the consumers have purchased. And last but not least, we will ensure that we have a clear process to capture the consent of the consumer, that is delegating the authority to the agent to act on their behalf, but also to capture the intent of the consumers. What did they want to choose or what did they want to buy, and make sure that this intent is passed on to the merchant so that in case of a problem afterwards, everything has some traceability and we can come back. So now in Europe, we are starting to see the first transaction. We are working with a lot of players, merchants, acquirers, and PSPs. And I think 2026 will be the year where you're going to see many transactions happening now in Europe. And this change will accelerate at a pace that has not been seen before. Thank you.